Welcome back to the channel, guys. As you can see here, we've got a brand new watch. It's from Seiko. It's a 38.5mm case diameter, a really good profile. I tell you what, 200-meter diver. It's an interesting watch. I really like it, but you know what? I think Seiko can be giving us a lot more for what you pay for something like this. I like its looks. In fact, I love its looks. I think it's really cool. It's fantastic on the wrist. It really sits well. But guys, let's run the intro and let's check this brand new watch out, the Seiko SNE575. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I just want to say thank you to Tim, one of our viewers. He sent this watch out to the channel to have a look at. It's his personal watch. He just bought it, and look, he's stoked. He's very, very happy with this, and you know, for what you get. And I thought, you know what, give me a look at it. Let me have a look at this watch. I liked its footprint. I liked the fact that it was 38.5mm, and the actual specs of the watch, I measure them in at 38.5mm case diameter, 10.7mm I measure to the top of that sapphire crystal. The lug to lug distance I measure 46.5 and a lug width of 20mm. So really nicely spec'd. Comes in at about 82 grams on this Tropic strap, and I've actually placed it on this Tropic strap. The watch itself comes, I'll show you, it comes on a metal bracelet like this. Your standard Seiko. Look, for me, it looks quite good. I think the finishing looks quite nice. It does, however, feature hollow end links as well as a pin and collar system, so not your best of quality. And this is one of my gripes where I think Seiko could be giving us a lot more for a watch like this. You know, you're paying around 569 Australian dollars. That's about the cheapest I could find for this particular watch. And you know, it'd just be nice to give us something a little bit nicer than this, or alternatively, don't give us the bracelet. You know, put that aside, yeah, and basically give us the watch, maybe on a rubber strap, but a lot cheaper. And when I say a lot cheaper, really not necessary, really not needed, guys. So, but getting onto this watch, there are quite a few positives that I really like what Seiko have done here, and I'll share that with you guys. And first and foremost, you've got them right there. You've got fat spring bars. There you go. If I can grab one, there you go. Fat spring bars. The watch accepts fat spring bars, which is really, really good. So, you know, 2.5mm spring bars, you can put them in here. You can get any type of strap. It's a 20mm lug width, which is great. So it's a certified watch to be used as a 200-meter diver. So that's really, really cool. But I like its size. I like its size, guys. This thing wears on the wrist really, really well. You know, a lot of people might think, oh, 38.5, too small. It's not. It's not. You know, I've got a 7-inch wrist, 18cm wrist, and as you can see, that's wearing beautifully. You know, the lug to lug distance is not overhanging my wrist. The height of the watch is fantastic, and it's just been a petite, pleasurable experience. And the weight, being solar, being a non-automatic movement in here, this thing with the actual strap, I measure this at 82 grams. So I think styling wise, the looks, you know, the blue that they've got on that minute hand corresponding to the 15 minutes on that bezel is really cool. So the size I can't fault. It's lovely as well. So it's a really good watch, and I'm glad they're offering watches like this for smaller guys, you know, guys with smaller wrists, you know, 5.5, 5-inch, 6-inch, even 7-inch wrists. As you can see with me, it fits well. So that's really cool. Now the watch offers a 120 click unidirectional bezel, and I'll give you guys an action on that. A little bit mushy. Look, nothing that I don't expect from Seiko. My SKX, my Turtles, they're all the same. The Samurais, very similar experience. And this one here, it lines up. It lines up. This is a miracle watch. But anyway, there is a little bit, just a tad back play, but again, very similar to my normal Seiko experience that I have over the past many years. But pretty cool. The fact that it lines up is really, really nice. I like that. But being a solar movement, being the V147 movement, you'll notice that second hand just goes click, click, click. Yeah, The only thing that I can say is that, look, it's accurate. It comes in at about plus or minus 15 seconds per month, which translates to half a second a day accuracy. But you'll find that this actually runs a lot better than that. You'll probably be getting about 7 to 10 seconds per month deviation, which is pretty cool. But that seconds hand, as you can see, it doesn't line up with a lot of the minute markers. It doesn't seem to hit them all the time. So some people, you know, they hate that. Some people can't live with that. Again, I think it comes down to the amount of money you're paying for a movement like this. You're not paying an arm and a leg, but at the same time, it would have been nicer, like I said, to be a bit cheaper, less expensive, so that you can get something that at least it's offering, you're paying for the watch head and the unit, but not the actual bracelet. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock, as you can see, and I think it's got nice crown guards. I measure it at 5.8 millimeters, just the right size. Yeah, not too small, not too big. You can unscrew it, not a problem. Hack the movement, as you can see, we've hacked it. We can adjust the time to wherever we want. There you go. Lock that in. There's no hand winding, obviously being a quartz. And the date is at 3 o'clock as well. Single click, and we can adjust that as well. There you go. Lock that in. Now the screw down, latch down experience, as normal, it's probably a little bit difficult. It's smooth, it's buttery smooth, but it's a little bit difficult to access it because the crown guards and that bezel seem to be just in the right area, protruding for where I can get my hands onto it. But again, that's just an observation trying to get it in. Not that you're going to be using the crown a lot with this. Being a solar, being a quartz, you know, you'll probably be adjusting it once every several months, only for date changes and stuff, because it's a relatively accurate movement. Now, getting onto that, the fact that it is solar is pretty cool. You know, you've pretty much got maintenance free running with a watch like this. You know, it could be 8 to 10 years, maybe longer, it depends, but you're not going to be replacing batteries. So just leave it out in the sun, or leave it out in any sort of light source that charges. These are great. These are fantastic. And if you want hassle-free sort of watches, I think that's a really good thing watch companies are providing us with. You know, eco drives and solars. It's really cool. I like that. Now the case itself, as you can see, I think it's got a beautiful profile. It's thin. It's really thin. It's petite. It reminds me very vintage styled watches, which is really nice. It's got that footprint which is a pleasure on the wrist. And like I said, I've got a 7-inch wrist, and it really doesn't bother me wearing something like this. 38.5 just seems to be a nice sweet spot. 39, even 40, but this is really, really cool on the wrist. Now, the things that I can see, the positives and negatives of a watch like this, for me, well, the positives, I like its styling. I love the blue hand, the minute hand, the blue around on that bezel at the 15-minute mark. The fact that it's got a 3-year warranty, pretty cool. The size, yeah. I think hassle-free, the fact that it's solar, the cool factor, it does look cool. It really does look cool. I like that dial. I like what they've done with this. This is probably my pick of the bunch. There's a few different models and colorways in this particular model. I like this one, and I'm glad that my viewer chose this particular one. Good on you, mate. Well done. The loom is fantastic on this particular watch. As you know, you've got your Seiko Lumibright, no issues whatsoever. It'll glow and glow and glow. No difference again with this particular watch, so that's fantastic. The fact that it offers drilled lugs, yeah, as you can see, so strap changes is really cool. I did not like the bracelet, so first thing, you know, I wouldn't even be wearing it on that, for me personally. And I don't want to offend guys that might think, oh yeah, the bracelet's cool. Well, it is, but you know, for me it feels a little bit on the cheaper side, and I'd prefer to spend more money on a watch head, put it on something that will maybe suit it a bit nicer or be more comfortable on the wrist, and that's what I've done here. But the design of the watch is quite nice, and you know, spending a little bit of attention to detail, even with those lugs. If you notice, there's brushing on the side of the case, there's chamfered finishing on the outer side of the lug as well as the inner side. So there's a couple of different things that Seiko have done with this, which is quite nice for this price point. But in saying that, the negatives I find from this watch, well, there's quite a few. That second hand, like I said, it doesn't seem to touch the markers, and quite a few of the markers, so that's a little bit of a letdown and a disappointment. The price, I think the price coming in at 569 Australian dollars, look, you know, I would have loved to see this at about the 440 mark Australian, between $400 and $450. I think it's worth it even with that, but you know, coming up closer to $600, yeah, it is getting a little bit pricey. The bracelet, like I said before, you know, hot load end links, you know, you've got your standard press clasp. Let's have a look. There you go. your standard press clasp on this, albeit you do get a diver's extension, which is pretty cool. Where is it? There it is, diver's extension, you know, so, but again, nothing untoward, nothing, oh, there you go. So we've just lost, as you can see, they're going everywhere. I've just lost the hollow end link, screw pins come out. But for me, this is, yeah, it's more gimmicky. It's more gimmicky, and I'm not trying to be, you know, watch snobbish and so forth. But yeah, what's a solid end link going to cost you these days? Come on, guys. I mean, Seiko can do a lot better than that at this price point. When micro brands are supplying us with solid end links, I think they can as well. So, but that's one of the other negatives. And look, basically, I think overall, guys, a decent watch. I love its look, I love its size, I love, you know, everything about this except for its price and a few little odds and ends. But I want to thank again Tim for sending this out to us to have a look at. It's been a pleasure, not without its shortfalls, but I think an enjoyable daily beater that'll keep on ticking and ticking for years and years to come. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. I like it. I think it's cool, it's funky, it's sexy, it's got a great little size. If you can get it at a better price, by all means, snap something like this up. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.